Another beautiful Friday morning on Safety and Security Watch, reaching you live on the Nigerian Television Authority, Channel 12, Uyo, your dependable station. My name is Ekaite James, and together with Okondem, we will take you on a very beautiful ride this morning. We have two very important guests, and of course, this is a festive period, and we've not forgotten. We have all of you in mind, and we want to give you tips on, you'll enjoy tips on how to stay safe, and of course, and what is put in place so that you will enjoy your festive period. Okay, let us quickly meet our guest. In my immediate right, I have DSC Michael Asibo. He is the Head Anti-Vandal Unit, NSCDC, Akwa Ibom State. You're welcome to Safety and Security Watch, sir.
Thank you, ma. It's a pleasure.
Okay, my very far right, I have DSC Kerete Friday. He's a PRO, NSCDC, Akwa Ibom State. It's a pleasure to have you.
It's a pleasure too.
Okay, welcome to us. Okay, and of course, Kondem is there at the far right. Together, we will make this Friday morning interesting. So let's quickly start. And you know that this is let me start with Mr. Kerete. Okay, this is a festive period, and we know that this is a season where people want to meet up with all their financial needs. They want to meet up, they want to make it, and people do a lot of illegal things. Sometimes people are now living in fears because of armed robbery, kidnapping, and a lot of illegal things that are happening. So please, what is put in place to make sure that the lives and properties of people during this festive period are safe?
Thank you very much, Katie James. Once again, good morning, viewers, and compliments of season from my humble self and my organization. We wish that we all relish and enjoy the season, devoid of violence, devoid of criminality, devoid of public disturbance. And we are aware that this season creates a massive influx into the states, Akwa Ibom State especially. So much activity going on that will drive in traffic in the states. Today, for instance, is the Christmas carol, and the Christmas village has been open, and we've been seeing how wonderful the whole event has been. And we are also mindful of the fact that there are one or two people out there who we want to foment trouble, who we want to cut corners, who want to indulge in activities that are not lawful. And the message we have for them is that it's a wrong time. It's a bad time. Don't try it.
Okay.
It is in your interest. If you do, you'll be caught. Like my colleagues in correction service to say, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. One thing I can assure those who are planning on carrying out activities on the negative side is that the security agencies in these states are on high alert. From the lead agency, the police, the NSCDC, the road safety, and others. The synergy is strong. Just last week or thereabout, we had a show of force to show the preparedness, the readiness, and the willingness of security agencies in the states to clamp down heavily on those who do not comply. So we are mindful of the fact that there are people who don't want to toe the line of decency, and we have also put in measures in place to ensure that whenever these people surfaces, we also deal with them accordingly.
Okay, DSC Michael Asibo, now let's look at your own area of concentration, and that happens to be protection of critical national assets. Now, what are those modalities you've put in place to ensure that critical national assets are safe, very safe. Now, taking cognizance of the fact that should anything happens, the money or the revenue meant for developments elsewhere will go back to restructure or repair these things, which is equally a loss on the government as well as the citizens who would have enjoyed the money put in there elsewhere. So, what are these modalities you've put in place to ensure that these critical national assets are safe?
Thank you very much. I want to say that we are very, very ready, and as an agency, we are always proactive. As a part of measure to ensure that critical assets and national infrastructures are not vandalized within this U-type period, the Commandant Eluade Eluyemi had a meeting on Monday. He met with all the beat coordinators and all the location heads in order to sensitize them on what is expected of them. Because in this U-type period, you discover that there are a lot of vices, negative vices that will be expected, whether we like it or not. They are there because people tend to, go extra mile to ensure that they meet up with their immediate needs, yes. which is just I consider it as a pleasure of 1 day or 2 days, of which knowing fully whether these things are things that are expected, we have been able to brief our men adequately on how they should be prepared for such situations. Moreover, the various locations have been charged with responsibility, and we have equally beefed up the deployment to the various locations. We have beefed the deployment up very well so that in case there is any alarm somewhere or there is any distress call somewhere, they can move the vehicle from that location.
Yes.
If it is close to them, they meet up with that situation, while some other persons will be left behind in the locations, because we don't want the locations to be empty when there's a distress call. So as soon as there's a distress call, the people in the location will share themselves into two. One squad will remain at the location, while the other squad will move to respond to that distress call.
Okay, so in doing this, do you have flashpoints in mind? That is areas that are prone to crime, whether it is this period or not. Do you have flashpoints in mind? Have you given a special preference in ensuring that such flashpoints do not come up with their usual?
Well, as it may be, as it is, Akwa Ibom State is a very peaceful state.
Okay.
But we will not take for granted that because it's a peaceful state, we will not make plans down. Mm-hmm. We know it's a peaceful state, but we equally go for that to make plans down. When you talk about flashpoint, you could be expecting that it's going to happen in the people today. Mm-hmm. But surprisingly, it will happen in a place like Eket. Mm-hmm. But what we have succeeded in doing is that our locations are across the states.
Okay.
So, like we have a location in Eket that will quickly respond to every situation or distress call around the axis of Eket.
Okay.
Then at the Port Harcourt Bridge too, we have another location there. If there's any situation there, they will quickly respond to it. In Ikota Basi, we have another location. Okay. If there's a distress call there, they will respond to it. Then at Akpaden Junction, Eastern Obolo Road, we have another location there. So if there's any distress call around that area, they will quickly respond. Then at E2, Calabar Highway, we have another location there. So if there's any distress call there, those ones will be proactive and they will respond quickly. Then meanwhile, we also have other patrol teams that are on ground 247 in case there's any distress call. Like this morning when we were expecting maybe there was certain things that were going to happen in some areas, our intelligence officer called me. So I have to deploy the first healers to as an advance party. Okay. So, but when they got there, they discovered that it was it was a family issue. Yes. So it was resolved. And meanwhile, while the first healers advanced, I prepared down the second healers that I was supposed to lead to that same venue. So, but immediately the men at that venue, the advanced party notified me that there is an issue they could handle. I said, okay, just handle it at hand. I have to stay back. And also, like the intelligence unit, the director of intelligence, the DC intelligence has also made enough and adequate deployment to these various loops and crannies in Akwa Ibom State. Those ones are undercover men. When they see anything, they will report to us. They monitor the situation, they report to us, then we swing it to action.
Okay, thank you very much. And our viewer out there, I know that you are aware that everything is put in place. And according to DSC Ekerete, he said, don't even try it. Don't even go there, because everywhere is, they are ready to make sure that our lives and properties are safe. So we want to take a short break. When we return, we will also know how the licensed private security are put in use during this festive period. Let's take this break.
Safety is everybody's business, whether on our roads, homes or offices. But achieving maximum safety everywhere is more than just mentioning. Tune into the program Safety and Security Watch, a live studio phone-in program on NTA Channel 12 for you, your dependable station on StarTimes Channel 103, and our social media platforms on Facebook and YouTube for highlights, updates, and tips on safety matters by the professionals every Friday by 10:30 a.m. Safety and Security Watch. Safety first.
Thank you very much. If you are just joining us, the program is Safety and Security Watch. Of course, this is reaching you live on the Nigerian Television Authority, Channel 12 Uyo. You can watch us on StarTimes Channel 103 and of course our social media handle. You can watch us there. Okay, now back to the SCA Ekerete Friday. And we know that as far as protecting lives and property, it is your business to make sure that that is possible. And now let us look at how, I know that you also, NSCDC, oversee the licensed private security. Now, how are you also using that to make sure that our properties and lives are safe during this period?
Thank you very much. The private security subsector of security plays a very vital role in the security system. They have the number, they have the manpower, and all we just have to do is bridge the gap.
Okay.
Through training, licensing, and standardization of their operations. So basically, they are not armed. So the best they can do for us also happens to be one of the best you can have as a security agency, which is intelligence. If you have credible intelligence, you are just on top of the game. So because they are everywhere, you go to a bank, you go to a mall, you go to parks, you go to wherever people are, wherever there are valuables, because you will not hire someone to protect nothing. You will hire someone to protect or to watch over something of value. Okay, wherever there are things of value, people, activities, that's where you find them. Now they have been trained to try to sniff out threats, to try to use their sixth sense, to try to do basic security analysis, meaning you see something that looks off. Your job is not to determine outright if it's off or if this is a potential danger. Push out that information. Others will sit and review, do the security analysis. So basically what they do for us is help us with intelligence. Not just us, NSCDC, their regulator, but the police as well, the lead agents in internal security, and others. Since they've received basic security training, they are better prepared to cascade intelligence that they come by, or any information that they come by that they can process as having potential for threats, threat to life, threat to property, threats of possible organized crime. So when they pass this information, because information that gets to me in time gives me, by me now I refer to a security person, an advantage. An advantage to be able to also respond better. Because if I don't get that information in time, for instance, by the time I'm responding, the deed may be done. So by the fact that they are there in the malls, in children playgrounds, crime is dynamic, is ubiquitous.
You even have some of them in schools.
Yes, we have some of them in schools.
So we have them in schools, hospitals. So when they see something, basically, they push that information forward, and then we analyze the information and respond. Just like my colleague here said, there was a call this morning. The advance party went and discovered that it wasn't a big deal. So when they push the information to us, sometimes it's not a big deal, but it's better to be sure.
Sure, yes.
It's better to be sure than to regret and gnash it later on. So basically, that is where they come in. And from the conference we had a couple of months back, I think less than 2 months, that was part of the highlights, what they had to do, and they were trained to do these things. It's not much, but that little can be the game changer.
Yes. Okay, now let's look at those who are qualified to be hired into private security. Do I just see anybody on the road and then pick the person to watch over me and the entire house?
No, absolutely not. Private guard companies are licensed by government to carry out that function. The license goes through a process of verification. That verification process also passes through the office, through the Department of State Services, through vetting and screening, after which they are granted the license. Now, the directors will be held accountable for whatever happens. So they are expected to screen the guards, subject them to basic verification before they hire them, because what they are doing is a job that involves trust. Trust. Someone is entrusting his life, not necessarily life, properties, because their basic function is guarding and watching over things. And like I mentioned earlier, you can't watch over nothing. You watch over things of value. So it's a duty of trust. So you don't just pick anyone. You run at least basic background check. You get guarantors, because humans will always be humans. If you do not expect disappointments, then you are not ready to face the reality.
That period of temptation.
Yes. So before they hire to, we admonish them to also push these people to us. Let's have like a second eye. When a writer writes, you show someone else to go through. Let's have like a second eye. We will not be 100%, but let's just do the basics. So that's what it entails.
Okay, thank you. And now let's look at the youths now, especially during this festive period. Now, some of them do some of the act because they see others doing. At times, they don't really see the danger in vandalizing things, especially like this solar transformers, to steal things there. Now, is there any form of like something to do to sensitize them, to let them know the dangers of getting involved, that you don't have to do it because your friend is doing it? Is there anything like that? Is there any sensitize through maybe seminars, workshops that you have organized for the youths to show them the dangers of being part of vandalization?
We've done that in the past. We even have a jingle. That jingle was rendered in pidgin. Pidgin appeals to everyone across.
Yes, and in Bibio.
Yes, it was actually done in pidgin. So we've done that. We've had stakeholders engagements, and this is also another forum of reaching out to people, appealing to people that these things are not in the interest of all of us.
Yes.
These facilities are called public infrastructure. They serve the public. When you see the street lights, these railings, the road, they don't belong to anyone, not even the governor. They belong to all of us.
All of us.
So when you destroy it, you destroy something that is meant for all of us. When you damage those solar lights, those areas become dark and susceptible to all forms of crime. It is not in our interest. You damage the roof of a school for children. It is not in our. It is not even in the interest of the criminal that is doing this. And so I want to appeal that we shun these vices. It is not in anyone's interest, not even in the interest of the criminal perpetrating it. The little you get from it will not take you anywhere. And it is in the interest of all of us that we join hands to watch over these properties and help security do their job better.
Thank you.
Okay, perhaps today the state will be very busy. Yes, courtesy of the Christmas Carol at Unity Park. And in a time like this, you realize that much of the crowd will surge towards that end. Yes. What have you done in 2 ways now to ensure that absolute peace, security is maintained there?
Throughout.
Yes. And then for our homes, for some of us that will go to those places
and leave the home.
Yes. What are the modalities put in place? He just said something. I mean, you can't imagine how somebody will go to the roof of a school and remove it.
And remove it. For what?
The roofing sheets. What are you using them for goodness sake? It's absolutely funny. Because it's amazing that somebody can do that, and then in fact there are people living around there. You can't get that wrong. People are living around there, and maybe people even keep watch for that to happen. So for today, which is very important, or that is very important too, what are the things that you've put in place? Yes, you are Simon.
Yeah, prior to this time, we have made sufficient deployment to the Christmas village. If you have been there, you will see our men all over the Christmas village.
Yes, I think I've seen them.
Yeah, they've been there over 1 month now.
Okay, guaranteed.
So, yeah.
Yes.
So as at yesterday, we did another deployment to that same place. Then today, knowing fully well that today is going to be the Christmas Carol.
It's a bomb by.
It's going to be a bomb blast. It's going to be the number of persons we are expecting there is going to be much. We have equally made an arrangement to do another deployment again today. Then meanwhile, outside that deployment that we are doing to secure the Christmas village because of the Christmas Carol and the activities that are going on there, we have equally mobilized our men. If you go to our office now, you will see enough manpower on ground. Those men that we have mobilized are rapid response.
Okay.
The rapid response will be at different strategic areas in the state, and most especially in the Uyo vicinity. And we have our intelligence gathering, intelligent personnel everywhere. And as soon as those ones alert us of any danger in any way, then we'll move quickly to respond to that. So we are fully prepared.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. As just like they have said, everybody's ready. We are ready, and we want to make sure we have a very safe event out there, and our properties, our lives will be saved from the beginning to the end, from what they have put in place from the beginning to today. So I think that is how far we can take in today's edition of Safety and Security Watch. We want to thank DSC Creative Friday for being part of the program. Thank you for coming.
Thank you
and
very
also
much.
DSC Asibo. Thank you very much. We appreciate.
Thank you very much.
And Kon, we've always been together, taking a smooth ride every Friday morning.
Of course.
And we hope you had a nice time watching this program. We want to do it again, same time, same station next week, God willing. So all you need to do is keep a date with us.
And remember, security is
everybody's business. Bye-bye. Okay. It's everybody's business.
The program Safety and Security Watch, a live studio phone-in program on NTA Channel 12 for you, your dependable station on StarTimes Channel 103, and our social media platforms on Facebook and YouTube for highlights, updates, and tips on safety matters by the professionals every Friday by 10:30 a.m. Safety and Security Watch. Safety first.